Samsung has just introduced two new devices that premiere the key island. This is what Samsung has decided to call a design section on the side, which is a relief where the volume keys and the on-off key will be placed. We are talking about the Galaxy A05s and Galaxy A25. Both devices are part of the Galaxy A series in its 6th iteration, because remember that this started with the number 0. That is, the Galaxy A20 was the first generation and the Galaxy A25 is the 6th generation. These devices are inexpensive, and let me tell you the specs of the Galaxy A25, which has 6.5-inch display with full HD plus resolution and has Super AMOLED technology with 120 Hz in its refresh rate. In addition, its processor is the Exynos 1280, which is a relatively good processor, especially considering the price. If they put this processor in a much more expensive device, I definitely would not be in favor of it. But the fact of incorporating this processor in a device that is looking to adjust its price a lot seems like a good decision to me. On the other hand, the Galaxy A05s has a larger 6.7-inch screen with the same resolution, but the technology is LCD and has 90 Hz in its refresh rate. So despite being a bigger screen, it's actually a simpler screen. Their processor is the Snapdragon 680, and in the camera department, they both share a 50-megapixel main camera. But the Galaxy A25 does have optical stabilization, while its smaller sibling does not. The A25 also has an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and both come with a side fingerprint reader with 5 mAh of battery and 25-watt charging support. Although, as you know, the charger on these Samsung devices is sold separately. The Galaxy A05s is the cheaper of the two and offers 64 or 128GB variants. The price of the simplest model is €159. On screen, you are seeing the reference price in other currencies to give you an idea, although remember that prices here are not the same as over there. On the other hand, the Galaxy A25 is priced at €299. Again, on screen, you see the reference price in other currencies, and this is the price of the edition with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, although there is a second more expensive version with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. The truth is that they are considerably solid devices, taking into account that Samsung offers a good policy of updates and a good brand support. For the moment, these devices have been presented in Europe, but it is expected that they will soon make their arrival in other lands.